Welcome to our new lesson of Filmora. In this lesson, we're going to learn about templates and video effects and where you are going to find them and how will you be able to apply them on your composition. So, without any further ado, let's just move on with our lesson by opening up Filmora on our device. As you can see on my screen that I have opened up Filmora on my device. So if you are using Filmora 11 or 12, you will find out the template option right over here on this panel. But if you are using 13, you have to open up your project and then you'll be able to get access to those tabs and to those sections. So make sure to keep that in mind. Try to use the newest version, which is Filmora 13 right now. So try using that because I'm using 13 and I have almost all the facility, all the functionality, which I can get from Filmora. Okay, because if I'm using the older version, I have a lot of things which do not, which are not available yet on those versions. So what you're going to do first, if you have this, 13, click on new project. But if you are using 10, 11, or 12, you will have it right over here on this section or your create project panel. So I'm going to do is click on new. What I'm going to do is going to be upload my media folder. And after I upload my media folder, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to use templates and how you'll be able to use effects. So first off, click on import, click on media folder, click on the resources, press on OK, and then we are good to go. We have a proxy file. So after we have uploaded all of our resources and we have also our player over here quite big enough, now the first thing we're going to do is going to be searching for our templates, because templates is one of the things which is going to save us a lot of time. Okay. So what is basically the template? So this is kind of like a pre-built, template or pre-built theme, or we can also call it a composition, which we're going to just apply in our own content. Now you have this option over here if you're using 13 or Filmora 13 on your device. Click on this templates option and there we go. We have templates over here. Now, when you click on templates, you will basically see that there are a lot of templates which you can select from and use it. Now, there are a couple of them which are totally free. And a couple of them, there are, standard quality, because those you have to, some of them you have to buy it, or some of them you have to use, let's say get a premium version of Filmora and then you have to use it. Okay. So from here, we opened up trending section. Now from here, if I want any of these templates, which I want to use for my work, so I'm going to do is just download them up. Now, after I download them, you can see that it is being downloaded. And then what I'm going to do is just take it up on my timeline panel, and then I'm going to be using them just the way I want it to be. Okay. You can also customize it after you drag them or put it on your timeline panel. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind that when you are using these templates, make sure you're connected to your account and make sure you're, internet access. Okay. So if you have those accesses, then you'll be able to use them however you want. Now let's play it. So there you go. You can see that this is our template. So we basically do not need an intro anymore if we are using this. Let's try another one. I'm going to download this one too. And after it has been downloaded, I'm going to play it up for you so you can see or to give you a preview of how templates basically work. And just right now, options. So what are trending right now, what people or what is being used by most of the people using Filmora right now, those will appear over here. And obviously these are categorized or these are updated with your internet access. So you don't have to worry about, something which is old or something which is new. All of the newest ones or the trending ones will be over here, and the rest of the categories is based on what you need. Okay. So let me just show it to you, and then I'm going to go through, a couple of these options over here. And obviously I'm going to also show you how you'll be able to apply an effect. And obviously we're going to show it to you. So make sure not to skip any part. There you go. You can see that this is how it works. Obviously, you can see we also have, an audio over here, and we can obviously drag them directly on our timeline panel. And if we play it, and then you'll be able to just put up your own content whenever you want. Let's say just drag it over here. And then what you're going to do is just, select on the text, whichever one you want. Replace material. There we go. You can replace whatever you want. And this is basically how it works. Let's say I want to replace the content. Templates are why are these used basically? Because it's just give you the idea. It's going to give you what and how it should work. Then you can change whatever you want. Now let's say I want to change the video. So I'm going to do is just apply a short video. Let's say I'm going to do is use this. I'm going to do is save. And you can see that this is basically how it will work. I can see that this hasn't been replaced yet. I'm going to do is just click to replace. I want to replace it with this. You can see you can edit the text. So I can also edit the text. You can see stock media. I can replace the text, whichever one I want. Now let's say you can also go off the stock media and change them however you want. It's basically up to you. There's no replaceable clip. You can edit the text. So I'm going to do is just change the text and show you. And I'm going to show you a couple more, and I'm going to show you how you'll be able to change the media too. So from here, what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on whichever text I want. I'm going to cancel this, replace material. Now let's say I'm going to do is thank you. I'm going to do is just say thanks. Don't forget to, let's say I'm going to do is just type in streaming, like, share, subscribe. Okay, I'm just going to keep it like this, save. Now if I play it, see? I can see that our text has been changed. Now let's go off, check out a couple of them. I'm going to just delete this one. Now we have on cinematic, we have this one. Let's try it out. Let's download a couple of them. I'm going to do is just download 2 of them. Game Battlefield, and then we have cinematic. You can see that these are quite professional, right? So I'm going to do is just see this one if it works. And I also have a couple of other ones. I'm going to download a couple of them so that I can use it. And you have to make sure that you wait for a bit so that, you get a preview and you can download it. And another thing is that when you download it, just downloaded our stock medias, it will be saved on this mine section of download, so you don't have to worry about it. So let's go off the templates again, go off the cinematic, and try out the ones which we have tried out. That one I'm going to just try out this one. And obviously if you don't want to save or if you don't want to download them, you can also save it up as your favorites for use of later on too. So it just gives you a very, versatile tool, or this very versatile functionality. And I can also try this, Cyber City. This is how it will look like. Let's try out this one, Fantasy. Make sure, obviously, if you're connected to the internet, it will also give you a preview. Let's try the next one. Here we have it. Well, let's try out this one. Just click on it once and it will give you a preview. Okay, it doesn't look that good. So we also have a couple of other options. Let's try this travel list 29 seconds. You can see that there are a couple of different scenes over here. So let's try changing it. I'm going to just drag it on over here, and I'm going to click to replace material. Okay, so as we have this option over here, and now on these type of templates, we'll be able to change our contents. So let's say I'm going to do is just click on this one. Let's see which one is over here. Okay, I'm going to do is just replace it over here. This is what I want. Play it. Now what I'm going to do is going to be changing this one too. On the next one, what I'm going to be doing is going to be applying in more text over here, or more components. There we go. And then I'm going to do is going to be applying our next one. Let's try another one over here. There we go. And then I'm going to do is I'm going to apply another one over here so that I can see how it works. There we go. Okay, this one looks quite good. So now you know how you'll be able to get out the media. So this is my own. So you can see that this is basically how you'll be able to change out, medias. Now there are also a couple of options which you can, customize, such as you can fix out each and every one of these clips, audio. Let's say if there's an audio on this video, so I can click on this and you'll be able to adjust that video. You can rotate. What I'm going to do is just play it up to that part and you can rotate it. See how simple it is? And then you'll be able to crop out certain parts too, and then you'll also be able to trim out that part. Let me just show it to you. Let's say I'm going to do is just trim out a certain part of this one. So I'm going to click on this trim option, and then I'm going to do is going to be selecting a part which so here I'm going to do is apply this one instead of that. So I'm going to do is click on replace, and obviously you can change out the speed too. So on trim, and then we have is the speed option. You'll be able to speed that up. You can see the preview. Okay, this one has like a really high sound, so I'm going to just reduce it to 28. Let's try it now. I can see that this one doesn't have that much sound right now, so let's play it again. So this is basically how it works. So after you're done, you can just click on save and that will be saved. You can also apply, a couple of stock medias as your clips too. And obviously you'll be able to change text on each and every one of these, sections. Okay. So try to fiddle through each and every one of these tools. Obviously you also have a couple of others, play, sound, and also, shutter or take a screenshot. So after you're done, just press on the save option and this will be saved. So after you're done, you can see on your player, this is the video which you change on. All of the changes will be applied. So you can see. This is how it works. You can see, okay? So hope you understood about this part on how you'll be able to use templates. So I think now you have a really clear idea about templates. Now let's move on to our effects, okay? So make sure to just fiddle through each and every one of these. There are a couple of these options or a couple of these categories. There's basically a select from, okay, these templates, and all of them are quite professional, so try fiddling through each and every one of these categories and make sure it meets up your criteria. Okay, now let's move on to effects. So if you click on the effects, it is also quite the same, but the effect part is quite vast. So if I cannot show you if I cannot clear or finish all of these in this video, I'm gonna give you a part 2 of this lesson, because there are a couple of effects which you can apply on different components. Now, it could be video effect, it could be filters, it could be overlays, the audio effect, new blue effects, and also borders effects. So I'm going to show you each and every one of them and how it basically works. So let's start off with the first one on our video effect. On our video effect, there are also a couple of these categories which you'll be able to select from. Now, I'm going to start off with the basics, okay? So there we go, we have this. Next, I'm going to do is, you can see the mosaic effect that we have is auto enhance effect. You can also apply that. Now I'm going to do is just reduce the sound, a bit so that you can hear me out clearly. Let's play it out. You can see this is how it works. You can also drag it right over here as an effect. Apply it. So it will be working as a layer. I can also apply a bit of glow. You can see. And if I want image mask, I can also apply that. Just click on each and every one of them to, get a preview. Now let's say I want 4 seasons. If I say I want hue shift, I can also apply that. And obviously you'll be able to customize each and every one of them, so you don't have to worry about it. So as I clicked on hue shift, I'm going to just download this up and let's see. Now I'm going to apply a bit of fisheye on it. This is how it will work. Now let's try video wall. You just have to wait for each and every one of them to, apply the effect. Let's say I'm going to just delete that part. You can see this is how it works. So try to sync them up to whenever you want to. Now let's say there are also a couple of these options. Let's say I want zoom, or maybe I want a bit of shake on it. So let's say I'm going to apply one effect from each and every one of these categories. Let's say I have scroll to zoom. You can see this is how it looks like. Now let's go off the zoom over here. Now if I want parallax smooth, so I'm going to click on that. It's going to download it up. You can see this is how parallax zoom works. Then we have is a bit of glitch effect. Let's say I want a bit of cyberpunk effect, so I can also apply that. So I'm going to do is just wait until this has been downloaded on my device. And after it has been downloaded, this is how it will look like. There are a couple of these options which you can go through. Blur, then we have flicker, AI portrait, light, particle, utility, magnifier, all of these, okay? So just go through each and every one of them and find out whichever one you want, okay? So we are basically done with our video effects. Now let's go off to our filters. Now the filters work kind of the same. Just filters as in it's going to make the change of the appearance, okay? Appearance of the properties, not even the properties, let's say the colorways of the video, okay? Appearance. So I'm going to do is just apply each and every one of these options. Try it out. You can see the colorway has changed, but it didn't change any of the effect or anything. So I'm going to do is just try another one. Let's say I want a bit of contrast and sharpness. So I'm going to do is apply that. Just click on download. It will download up in a really small time. Let's say I want maybe clear contrast. So I'm going to download them up and try it out and check. So you can see this looks quite good. Now I want a bit of bluish gray. Let's try that. Or I can also use a bit of red brown. This is how it will look like, okay? Now let's see if I want mono, I can apply that. These are all basically, less colored or black and white. Then we have is lifestyle, then we have cinematic, scenery, retro, each and every one of them. So try a couple of these. Now let's say I want a bit of blush blend. So I'm going to click on that and over here. There we go. Let's try this one too. If I want this one, lavender mist, I'm going to do just wait until it has applied the effect. So just go over through these options. Now I'm going to apply the last one to be one of the portraits. Let's say I want a bit of cool mood over here. So I'm going to do is just apply that. There we go. So this is basically how it works on the filters of Filmora and how you'll be able to see the differences. Now let's go off to overlay. So if you want any of the overlaying effects, such as, a couple of scenic, changes on the video, then you can also apply that. Let's say I want a bit of light leak. So when you click on that, you will have masked up, elements or maybe some light leaks effect applied on it. So you just have to wait until it downloads. And obviously these things will take a bit more time because this works kind of like a sticker. Okay, so you just make sure to wait a bit. And after you wait a bit, it will be downloaded. And then you're going to see the effect on your video. Now you're going to try play it. You can see the light effect which has been applied. You can try a lot more than that too. Obviously, just make sure that it has been downloaded. There we go. So these are a couple of overlay particles which you can apply. You can see this, it is being downloaded. Let's try out this one. Just have to wait for a couple of them. Okay, so this is basically how it works. Let's say I'm going to do is apply the last one of TV effect. So I want to do is apply some VHS static. Okay, sometimes these ones actually look a lot more better than the other ones. So I'm going to wait a bit until it has been downloaded. And then I'm going to do is just get a preview, and then I'm going to move off to the next effects, which are audio, the Boris effects. You can see this looks really retro, looks quite good, right? So we are basically done with our overlay effects too. Now let's move on to our audio effects. Before applying that, first off, we have to see we have an audio. Make sure you have an audio or you will not be able to see the effect being applied. Now, if I want maybe a lobby effect, I'm going to do is apply that.
Hit play on your imagination.
I'm going to apply that over here. And then I'm going to apply that. And I can see that we have this lobby effect going on. So I can also press on Ctrl Z. And you can see now the sound is a bit more, brighter. Now, what if I want maybe an old radio? I'm going to download that.
Hit play on your imagination.
So I'm going to do is apply this over here. And let's check it out, how it works. That is how it will work. What I do is just remove that. Now let's say I want maybe an AI robot or a hacker. You can also apply that, okay? And it's just not these effects only. There are also a couple of other effects. You can see the whole sound has changed. Okay, you can apply these, effects on your audio. Now we can also go through some audio visualizations. You can also apply some audio visualizations to make it look better. Sometimes it works in cases of, podcasts or videos. You can see this looks quite good, right? You can also apply different one of these options. There are a lot of these effects over here. So just find out the one which you want to use. Then we have is the last one, which is audio driver or driven effect. Now let's say I'm going to do is apply this audio driven blur. So it will apply a bit of blur within the audio or with the audio. You can see. Now I'm going to do is apply this audio driven glitch. So this is basically how it works, and you can also apply it directly. Apply that. So this is how it will work. Okay. So try all these options. Then we have is the new blue effects. We have a couple of these options. Stylizer. You have to download them, and you can see the preview of how these actually work. You can see from this to this. Then on the essential, we have these over here. On the filters, we have a couple of them. Then what you have to basically do is download all of them. It will take a bit of a time, but after it will download up on your device, you'll be able to use it with ease. And I'm going to show it to you in the next part or the second part of this lesson. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you a couple of these options. And then the last one which we have is the Boris effect or Boris effects. So I'm also going to be showing you all of these in the second part of this lesson, so stay tuned, and hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to use the templates and effects in Filmora. And if you still have any confusion or any question about any part of the lesson, feel free to ask me. I'm always there to help you. So thank you for watching this video again, and let's move on to the next part of this lesson.